Hello and welcome, my fellow warriors, for it's I, your favorite little halfling dragon. Presence on my fellow fetchers and protector of all. I know you guys just see the PNG here and everything, but again, this is a talk show. We're gonna stick with the PNG, but for gaming wise and something else as well, all that, we will use the VTuber. But for right now, we're just sticking with the PNG and everything. Alright? And congratulations on you two for getting first and second. But for right now, we have a guest here, and we're going to go ahead and see if they're ready. Hello there, and welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Uh, would you like to introduce yourself or briefly introduce yourself and your background about your character?
Of course. My name is the Dragon Alchemist. I am, as the name implies, a Dragon Alchemist VTuber. I kind of stayed with a title more than a name, mainly because I never came up with a name for this model. And it kind of makes it so if I ever do come up with a name, it would actually be meaningful and be sort of lore related, I guess, in a sense. But right now, the character I use is me in its entirety. Um, Along with that, the lore wise, he was originally a full-blooded dragon, and since he interacted with humans a bit too much to the liking of the Council of Dragons that he was from, he oh, where I had it in my head. He was banished to the mortal to into a mortal realm as a human, and he uses alchemy to sort of just break the curse that it was put on him. In my 1.01, the 1.0 model that I had a while ago, it was a Vroid model and it didn't really have any hints of dragon on it. And then when I got my 2.0 model, which is the current one I'm using, that's when he got more draconic.
Okay. Almost sounds like my lore story, except born from a human mother and a father dragon, you know?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I was shocked and surprised that the Dragon Council accepted me. Honestly,
I think they take any kind of dragon, like half dragon, full dragon, shape shifting that are mainly dragons.
well, I got more human than dragon. But the only thing of dragon I have is the scales, the horn, and the tail. That's it.
Yeah, it's more than enough.
Yeah. Okay. What inspired you to be a streamer?
So, what inspired me to be a streamer was more specifically a VTuber in general was the what was appealing to it was the anonymity of being a VTuber because the ability to be able to just stream and not really put my full self out there, but like put sort of like a I don't want to say mask. I want to say it's just me. But there are some people that did inspire me to be VTubers or to be a VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
It was mainly three people. Two of which are streamers that I still watch to this day. One of them being Cyber Peach, who streams once in a while, and then there is my Kamiyoshi, Ophelia
Okay.
Zeta, who is she is she's one of the main inspirations that I had to just be a VTuber in general.
Okay.
And then there is also one of my close friends now that I've known for about a year ever since I started streaming.
Hmm.
She used to go by Luna Nebula when she
Okay.
was streaming, but at the moment she sort of put that on the back burner to she's on hiatus essentially right now.
Right. Which is understandable.
Yeah.
But yeah, and technically, I know some streamers had some old names and all, and
Hmm.
basically, they will start out as certain characters, of their own
Yeah.
version or something they basically can borrow from, but they give credit to the real artist and all.
Yeah, no, of course. What my friend did though was I make fun of her still to this day about it, where every so often she would just change models all of a sudden
Mm-hmm.
because she used these pre-made ones that you can get for like pretty cheap.
Right.
So I kind of just bugged her about those every once in a while.
But yeah, I had to be a because here's the thing: when I first started, I was mostly just a picture, just a single picture, because I didn't know about the PNG reactors, everything. I was still new to
Right.
VTubing and everything. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no. Once when I got into VTubing, I was already in kind of like that community
Mm-hmm.
already as is, and I
Right.
kind of just jumped into like, hey, I'm gonna do this Vroid model. It's shitty, but I'm gonna use this Vroid model.
That's what I use too. And technically, my character, which you see here, is technically from 14. And some people say, oh, they're kind of like dragons or they're kind of like demons. It's like, I just thought they were pretty cool because they kind of look like a dragon the way their tails, scales, and horns are, honestly, you know?
I mean, a lot of people do argue that they're more dragon in nature in
That,
14.
yeah, that is true. That is true. Ugh. If I smack my mic, I do apologize. I was trying to get
No,
my
you're
bottle
fine.
of
You're
water.
fine.
All right. What is the most exciting project you're currently working on?
So the current project I'm working on has some secrecy to it, as it is for the end of the year for a Christmas thing for one of the other dragons.
Okay.
The most I can say about it is I will be singing.
Ooh, a singing stream?
M- Well, not so much a singing stream, but just something with me singing.
Ah, okay.
If you want the full thing, you're gonna have to
I'll
wait for it in December.
probably be busy in December doing the charities project. Well, basically, St. Jude's charity event projects and such.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we already have projects coming up for June as well. And for the St. Jude's one, and we already did this the first time of last year. I thank Plague for this and a few others. And yes, I'm talking
Okay.
about you, Plague. Basically, we did a thing called the Soul Calibur 6 VTuber tournament.
Oh, I remember you talking about that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Yeah, because I saw some stuff on the Dragon Counts about that. I was kind of interested, but I didn't have time to join because of classes.
it's fine. It's fine. It's just mostly where we customize the characters of different VTubers. And people say, "Oh, do I
Right.
have to fight you?" Or I'm like, "No, no, 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 no." We mostly just take your reference sheets and do our best to make it look like your character on stream. And that's it.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's just us creating your character, like your streamer
And
character,
yeah.
V-Roy, PNG, yeah, name it, and then we try to match it with your voice.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and let's just put it this way: we showed one of our friends and such. See, Plague says we do our best, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and basically when we were working on this friend's character and such, and he thought, okay, I don't have the gate. I'm like, no, 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 no. We had to explain it to him, and basically, Plague and I, with another friend, we were working on it and such. And Plague, tell if I'm wrong about this part or not, but Plague called it twice. He called it twice. First off, I was like, should we change the pants or whatever? He said, keep it. I'm like, what about the voice? We worked on it a little bit. He's like, right there, perfect. So as we were in the middle of working on it, he
Uh-huh.
jumps in, a mutual friend of ours, and
Right.
saw what was happening, and he loved the voice. And Plague's like, called it. I'm like, you want me to change the pants? No, I like it. Called it again, and he had to go to the bathroom. But yeah, so basically, again, we do that, and those are the events that's going to be happening. June, I know it's going to be 1 week for the whole week from starting up. What was it, Plague? I forgot. I know it was at the last week of June. We're going to do it. I think. Was it the 23rd through the 29th? Yeah, he
Hmm.
helps me out with a few things and such. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and continue on with the questions.
Yep.
All right. Can you share any recent activities or milestones in your career?
So the last ones I did were the my affiliate back in October, where
Okay.
I where that was my first one actually.
Ooh.
And then another milestone I hit was me hitting, I think, 400 around the end of last year, I think.
Dang.
Trying to remember how else. There are the few milestones I did hit where I just got some artwork back.
Aw.
That I always kind of post on VGen, or not VGen, that I kind of post on Twitter. Obviously, putting credit to the lovely people over in VGen that I work with.
Right.
Um, Going back on the last one for the projects. One of the projects I do want to start working on that I should probably start working on with one of the artists is
Hmm.
getting a custom room background actually.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and what I have with it is I'm trying to get some of my friends like incorporated in that. Some people from the Dragon Council like Evie and Lucia,
Okay.
and then obviously two being from my Kami Oshi, who and my the other VTuber friend that I had that was on hiatus,
Mm-hmm.
along with a bunch of other VTuber friends that are in the original VTuber group I was in,
Huh.
or still am in, which probably should hit them up with another collab because we haven't collabed in a while. Because the in that group, the we are running a D&D campaign every. We try to do it every other Sunday, but life kind of just happens.
Which is understandable because IRL always comes first and everything.
Yep.
But yeah, for me, for my achievements, basically, when I reached like about 300 followers, I did a giveaway of a game off of their wish list.
Okay.
Then about 600 followers, I did another giveaway and they got to collab with me. And then about when I reached 1K followers, basically we did a giveaway of $100 and such. And funny enough, basically we were praying for this one friend of ours to get it, and it basically landed on my manager Plague here. And
Okay.
I gave him three choices. You could either spend it, give it to someone else, or use it on yourself. He's like, I'm giving this to somebody else. And basically, when we got done and such, and then later he gave it to our friend, and we thought he was literally crying because he was going through a tough time. Nope.
Right.
He was like, just kidding. I'm like, asshole.
Friends do that, don't they?
Yeah, and then of course, uh, and Plague's the witness for this, and there's a clip of it too that he has, and I'm not kidding about this, but if I reach 1.5K followers, I will play Huntsman with a Poppy PNG or a VTuber, a Poppy. The pink one. Not the blue one, the pink one.
Wait, Poppy as in what? Like Poppy playtime?
Yes, but I would wear the Huggy avatar, basically. Yes. As a PNG or as a VTuber model. As
there,
Huggy.
there, there most likely is an art. There probably already is a pre-made model of that. I'm gonna be completely honest.
I have a feeling Blake says, oh, I'm going to go look.
Yeah,
uh, I
because
know that
there
voice.
is a pre-made of everything. Thankfully, there's actually pre-mades of male models now.
Oh?
Yeah, there was a project I saw over on Twitter
Hmm.
that one of my another streamer friend that I made recently, who
Mm-hmm.
funnily enough was the one who made this gremlin.
Hmm.
She noticed she's the one who was looking at it as well, and I was talking with her about it. And I'm happy they have that now. I just wish they had it when I wanted to become a VTuber, because I would have gotten that at the time.
Right, right.
Because
And
back then they had like little to no male models. There was like the obviously like there's the flamboyant, not the flamboyant,
the
um,
E Boy.
there was like either the e-boy models like off of Vroid, or there was or there's the ambiguous, yeah, I can't say the word.
Mm-hmm.
The one where you can't tell which gender they might be.
Either a male or a female, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So basically, it's the I'll type it out to you in Discord, and you just say
Yeah.
yes or no, okay?
Yeah. 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 Essentially something like that.
Right.
And
Or
that's
as
not what I
some,
wanted.
yeah, but basically, there's another term because in the past I was called a tomboy, and you know what a tomboy
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But except with the other way around, it's a tomgirl.
Mm,
So I mean, tomboy and tomgirl is kind of different, you know.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't. It's not a slur word or anything, basically.
No.
And hell, I'm a tomboy, and I'll admit that. And Play can admit that for me. He's seen half of the shit I did. Yeah. But the other part is, like I said, I will be playing the Huntsman. And if you don't know what the Huntsman is,
It's a horror game.
yes, and also you have to deal with creepy crawlers, like giant ones.
Okay. Not a fan of
Yeah,
bugs.
yeah. Let's just say they're DMs, real quick.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. So if
That
we
is
do,
completely understandable.
yeah, yeah, and I have that kind of fear, and I'm gonna be suffering with it because I already suffer with Huggy. But yeah, and then of course, if I reach about what was it, 2 K followers, I will get myself in a maid's outfit. And Plague, you're joining me, pal.
Ah, double made outfit. Gotcha.
Yes. And knowing Plague, he says, "How the hell was I dragged into this?" Funny enough, he's gonna wear the pink one I have on my throne. Yeah. See what I mean? uh. Hey, I'm suffering. You're gonna suffer too. You signed the contract, remember? But yeah. Okay. Next question before Plague here starts saying something else. What's you first started as? Uh, basically meaning as a PNG or just a voice, a face cam streamer. What?
So before even Twitch, I actually started off as a YouTuber back then, as a with one of my very close friends.
Mhm.
Uh, back on one of my old dead channels before I was even the Dragon Alchemist.
Okay.
Back when I was like I had a pseudonym of Chris Adachi.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a weird as hell pseudonym.
Mm. And I thought Plagues in the name was weird.
Yeah, it was just like it was it's from what I remember we just played a little bit of Minecraft hardcore and then we did
Okay.
I think we were doing Persona 4 before
Huh.
we kind of just quit on the channel, I think.
Okay.
And then content creating never really left my mind and I
Okay.
kind of just started doing this.
All right.
Just last year around not last year, back in 2024 around October, I think October around. And
Mm-hmm.
then wait, no, was it October or was it either October or September?
Somewhere in
And
between.
then somewhere between that time. And then thanks to that, I've been streaming ever since for roughly a year and little less than a half now, I think.
Wow. Excuse me. But yeah.
There
Uh.
were times where I felt like quitting, but I was like, just keep doing it. I don't care if anybody watches, anybody watches. It doesn't matter. This is for me.
Yes. Sometimes some people will have you as a background noise, like kind
Hmm.
of like a white noise and such, but
Yeah.
sometimes they like to hear the suffering.
Yep.
But yeah, for myself, God, I went by an old username, and some people know, some people don't know, and I'm not making a mistake of that because bad history and everything. But I did make the account back in April 26th of 2015, and I was just mostly a follower. I tried streaming everything. I was just a voice. Nobody could see me. And all they could do was just hear me, and it was on my PlayStation 3 or 4. I don't remember which.
Right.
But then I like, I'm just gonna watch and relax and just, don't do streaming and everything and such because, bad Wi-Fi and everything. So then later on, we're going forward to December 30th, 2022. Is when I met another streamer.
Hmm.
And then I
Okay.
followed his friend. And I'm like, you know what? I'm probably gonna do it. So I gave it a try. And I started as a streamer back again, I because I don't count the ones I did in the past and stuff. I just mostly count the ones for right now. Because again, I started back streaming, but I mostly just say, oh, I started streaming for the 11th of 2023. And then after a month, for March 27th, I got affiliated.
Ooh,
Hmm.
okay.
But yeah, and my account is old because, like I said, it was made back in 2015.
Yeah, I don't know how old my account is, but I think
Mm.
I had it before as something else before I changed it to the Dragon Alchemist.
Right, right.
Uh, but when I first started streaming, it was thanks to the first streaming group I was in, or still
Okay.
am in, that they managed to get me to affiliate.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm. It was thanks to their communities that kind of
Yeah.
collided into being my community as well now.
Which is understandable. And you already answered the number question 6 where it says how long you've been streaming for, and you already answered that
Yeah,
for yeah.
yeah.
For me, I've been streaming for about, let's see here, 2023, almost 3 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's some people here that on here that surprised me that have been streaming for 8 years.
Damn.
I think there was someone in the council that has been streaming for 8 years. I think
I salute to them. Honestly, I salute to them.
I don't remember who it is. I think there is someone. I don't remember. I remember someone saying something about it, and then it just went over my head.
Hey, Staria, how you doing, sweetie? But yeah, basically Staria here, she went with a different name, but I'm gonna respect their privacy and I'm gonna respect it for them. They are the artists here who made this PNG and
Okay.
my logo. Plus, they made my model too.
Oh,
Hmm.
essentially they're your model mama.
Yep. And of course, I'm a bug father. You probably know Lappy Moth, don't you?
Which one?
Lappy Moth, the football-sized moth who carries a gun and flamethrowers.
I don't think I do.
Oh, he's a sweet bean. He's the bug. He's the bug father or the moth father. I'll type it out so it'll be a little easier for you. Okay.
Yeah, no, I've already found them on Twitch.
No, what I call him half the time.
Oh, what you call them? Ah, okay.
Yeah. All right, Antaeus, enjoy your quest. We'll be here when you come back. But yeah, and basically it's a joke thing because he did rig my model and he did everything, and of course they both did an amazing job and such. But all right. What here's the next question. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become a streamer? What would your advice be to them?
My advice to for them would be don't expect yourself to just suddenly grow in a very short time. Keep goals keep your goals sort of like down to earth rather than having them high expectations because the higher the expectation, the more disappointed you'll be as the longer it takes to get there.
What just understandable? What's understandable,
Mhm. 'Cause I thankfully I didn't do that. This was advice also given to me
Mm,
before I started streaming.
okay.
Another little piece of advice is even if it takes time, try to invest a bit into doing your streaming stuff,
Mm-hmm.
as in getting a decent mic, getting not like something like crazy expensive, like even a
Knock off
$50
Walmart brand.
knockoff Walmart brand, yeah. Even those can be good half the time.
Mm-hmm.
But try to sort of like always try to stay in your budget of things.
Mm-hmm.
Never overspend things more than you have in your bank account, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another thing is try to find people that are in the same relative type of community you want to be in. For example, if you want to be a League of Legends streamer, try to find other small League of Legends creators and try to talk with
Mm-hmm.
them off stream, get to know them, become friends with them, and then sort of work with them in the sense of
Mm-hmm.
the word.
Okay.
Because a good portion of being a streamer is to have a work life balance with other streamers.
Mm-hmm. And there's
Otherwise,
another
it's just
thing
gonna be all
too you
business.
forgot to mention as well. And I tell people this a few times. When you plan on streaming, if you plan to become a streamer, start out with your comfortable level of the game. Like if you're comfortable with 14 or you're comfortable with League of Legends,
Hmm.
start in your slow, steady pace. But if you basically say, "Oh, I don't want to show myself," blah blah, and everything, here's another trick I did. Find a picture, like those pet group pictures. Try to
Yeah.
make one where your mouth is closed and another one is open. You just make it look like the character you want. Don't use
Hmm.
the AI generated stuff, or just use the pit groups. Even though those are real artists and stuff, you still credit the real artists and everything. Because
Yep.
for me, I basically made one myself, but except there was a little bit of editing I did and everything. Because I didn't know about what was going on and everything.
Right.
But yeah, so technically, of course, just start out with your comfortable level. And of course, if people say, "But I'm too scared, I'm too shy, I'm too anxious," here's a trick I learned as a cosplayer. And yes, I cosplay in real life.
Okay.
The thing is, if you're scared to talk, if you are scared to speak, that's your choice. You can speak if you want to, but the main thing is, if you're bringing your character from any video game, like 14, World of Warcraft, or your old OC character from, I don't know, like elementary school or whatever.
Or high school even. That's the
Yeah,
cringy time.
yeah. But if you think about it and you're playing the game, think to yourself, what would my character sound like? What would my character do? If you put yourself in that character, then it's kind of like almost like role playing, but except you have to think what they would sound like. Because, I cosplay as a few different characters, and I told myself this. I'm like, okay, I'm cosplaying as these characters. How would they sound? How would they act?
Right.
Just try to focus your mind on those certain characters. And if you focus on those certain characters that you put your character into, think like that. Don't think like yourself for right now when you're streaming everything. Sure, people find the vibe good and everything, but you have to focus your thought, your inner soul on that one specific character, which is your character, your PNG, your VTuber, whatever you are.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then basically you'll be a little fine because, it's kind of like cosplaying because basically you're in that other zone. And how would you word it, Alchemist?
With I kind of worded it where it's mind space. I think
Thank
I
you.
would word it.
Yeah. So
Mind space or mindscape.
yeah, it's one of those two.
Yeah.
But the main thing is you are just being you. And sure, some of your friends in your inner circles or some of the communities know the real you and everything, but they respect the real you. And some people have to go into character, and some don't. Some do. They go with their own comfortable level and such. But yeah. And what do you think of that for my advice to you?
That's good advice. Yeah.
Because basically, it's like the mind in your own thoughts is shut off completely. It's like you don't know anything anymore. You're just focusing on what you're doing. It's like basically having two different split personalities,
Yeah.
almost. But except it's still you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Before we keep talking about that,
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and go to the next question. Can you share any memorable experience or stories that you had with your community or with people you collab with or anything?
One of the good memorable experiences that I have is actually being funny enough is joining the Dragon Council
Huh.
because it was because of them that I kind of like grew a tiny bit more along with being able to have the chance to collab with a bunch of other people, have a bunch of new friends, that kind of stuff.
Right, right.
Um Another kind of experience I had oh was my first ever charity my first ever charity stream that I had back in last summer with
Ooh.
I think it was with it's the charity that does the video games, Gamers Outreach.
Okay, okay.
It was through them. It was last summer.
Mm.
I didn't raise a lot, but I did manage to raise some money.
Hey, a little, a lot, it is what it is, but you're just doing it to have fun and try to help out because you have a heart.
Yep.
God, I have so memorable experience and stories as well. But from my experience and some stories is basically with the experience of meeting amazing people here who helped me go through learning the hoops of becoming a VTuber and all that stuff. And basically all the memories I have is basically like streaming with the people that I am slowly getting used to. And some I've been friends for about what 2 to 3 years and maybe more and all.
Right.
But yeah, and basically we joke around and stuff because when they hear me laugh and they say, "Ah, the car won't start," and we joke about it, or say, "I know what the problem is. It got no gas in it," all that stuff. And sometimes they make fun of my southern accent, like I know plague is. But yeah, and of course, I'm also known as the emergency food because of my tail. And it's a
Right.
joke and all that. Yeah, because you see how people saying, "There's the emergency food." English. There's the emergency food source. And I'm only 5'2" and everything. And I'm like, assholes. And sometimes they want to use me as shark bait and everything.
Shark bait. Hoo ha ha.
Yes. uh, but yeah. And sometimes basically everybody hates this when I title my title on here when I'm streaming or with my friends. It's basically like we might survive this, and if I say anything, it happens. It happens. Honestly, it does.
Yeah, that's usually how Murphy laws work.
Right? And basically, one time when I was playing Tears of Nowhere on my early birthday and stuff, I'm like, "Tiffany, come get me," which is a monster.
Right.
And she literally did come get me and everything. I was like, I was being sarcastic. And I shit you not, this happened twice. This happened twice. First time, I got the W from playing Tears of Nowhere on VR chat. Okay.
Right.
And I said, "Oh, I never got the W achievement before." And then splat. Second time it happened because I had lost everything because of the corrupt file, my computer being
Right.
messed
Right.
up, and
Right.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, so after that, I basically say, "W, come get me," and then it fell. I'm like, yes. But yeah, like I said, I could go on so much more in there. It's just, you know, but all right. Next question. What challenges have you faced in your streaming career and how did you overcome them?
Some challenges that I can't overcame was the stagnant viewership that I used to
Mm,
have back then. But the way I kind of fixed it was kind of just like branching out more
mm-hmm.
and talking with other streamers that were like had open communities or that had that kind of stuff where like welcoming communities
Right.
where they would be supportive of other streamers, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This was before I joined the first VTuber group.
Okay. And what was the first VTuber group?
The first VTuber group was a VTuber group off of how did I meet them? I met them through a one of the leaders they had there called Mothme.
Okay.
She is a Moth VTuber as they I think they're still streaming every so often,
Hmm.
but they're on like they kind of do it whenever they can as they are a mother right now.
Aw.
The VTuber group is called VTubers Collabs and Support.
Okay.
The whole idea behind that group is just to help support other VTubers and to help organize collabs whenever we can.
Right, right.
I have been in that group for about a year, give or take. Let me
Damn.
double check. Where the hell?
But there is also another thing too with the streaming career that some people have faced, like the trolls, the hate raids,
Yeah.
and also because,
Thankfully, I haven't
yeah,
encountered those yet.
oh, trust me, you do not want to encounter those. You
I
do
do not
not.
want to either, no.
Yeah. And basically, another part you do have to watch out for is basically, because again, there's this one streamer I was kind of friends with, kind of not. And I used to watch their stream and everything, blah, blah, blah. And then later, when I went to go check on their stream, it says, I'm sorry, but you've been blocked. You're not allowed to chat here. I'm like, what the hell did I do? I just mostly talk and being nice, generous. And
Yeah,
it's like, what the hell
there
did I
was
do?
something similar happened to me one time where I kind of was talking with another VTuber
Mm hmm.
on stream. Like I was talking normally, and then I used my one of my own emotes, right?
Right.
As like I think it was like my laughing emote, or I think it was the I'll post it in chat right now. I think it was this emote. It was either this one or this one of these two.
What's wrong with
One of
those
them.
emotes?
So the issue was I got banned, and under the ban reason, no self advertising,
What?
and
Ha-
I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah,
And I was like, I'm not even gonna bother trying to appeal that because that just is dumb.
right. That's so confused because it's just emotes. Because,
It is just emotes.
yeah, and basically, some streamers don't have certain emotes that other streamers do, like the popularity ones or
Yeah.
all that. And it's basically like, I am only allowed to use this streamer's content and their emotes, but I'm not allowed to use any other contents because basically, oh, quote unquote, self promotion and all. I'm sorry, no. No.
Yeah, no, I just kind of left. I don't even remember their name. That was like when I first started streaming, when I got my first emotes, when I got affiliate. I don't remember their name at this
Uh,
point.
it's just so messed up about that. I'm
It's so weird.
sorry. Yeah, but the main thing is for self promo is basically from what I know and everything is where you're talking about, oh, I did this game, blah blah, blah, and basically it's like saying, oh, I gotta go stream now. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that's kind of like that. But if you raid into them or whatever, that's
Mm-hmm.
different. If you raid
That
into
is
them, that's
different. Yeah.
different. Yeah, but if you're just talking to somebody else and everything or watching a stream, no, just no. And again, that is so stupid. Basically, where they say, "Oh, you can only use my emails, nobody else's." Again, if you're new or in the middle and you don't have that much, you have like much followers, but you don't have that much. If you're still affiliated at, let's just say 11,000, and you're
Right.
not partner, you're just affiliated, and you're only allowed to have certain stickers or emotes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Again, everybody who has partner and some people who has like more because they've been streaming a lot more and everything.
Right.
Even though they're not partner and stuff, they can get more. But besides the point, it's just bloody
I
emotes.
don't know. It was weird. It was weird. It was a weird interaction.
Right. But basically, there is a few bumps on the road and all, but let's just the only thing we can just keep going is going forward, never look back.
Yep. That's kind of
Basically,
what I
what
did.
happened? Yeah. But again, what this person did and stuff, I'm like, what the hell did I do? And I messaged them on,
Yeah.
and they asked what I did. I'm like, I don't know. I honestly don't know, which is true.
Did you ever get a message back?
Nope.
They kind of just left you banned.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let it be.
Yep.
But yeah, and basically, this did happen about last year and all in the beginning of the first year. Well,
Right.
let's just say, not the band thing, but this one person got mad, upset, butthurt about it. And truth be told, some streamers I have met, some do act like their age. Other streamers who I met,
They
and
don't. They really don't.
they act more like their shoe size. I'm sorry, but they act like their shoe size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's
Thankfully,
ridiculous.
thankfully, the only one that I met that was like that was the one that got me banned for using my own emote.
I met two, and one of them was my ex. And yeah,
Lovely.
and of course, don't forget the other thing. We basically have like challenges. We have phase two is basically the quote unquote super fan, if you know what I mean by the
Mm,
super fan.
stalkers or just people that always come in and talk and then Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? What's the word? Something
Basically,
parasite.
like a leech
Yeah,
or a tick or a
yeah.
flea.
Where they try to think like, oh, you're my girlfriend or like something like that.
Yeah. And if you're nice to somebody, whatever, they think, oh, they must like me. It's like, no, dude, this is how we are. We're just being kind and generous because we don't want you guys to see how we're originally are. There are days we're just, just want to chill, five with you guys and probably make friends, And that's it.
Yeah. Which this is why I'm thankful for still being small, where I don't have anyone that's parasocial. That's the word.
Yeah. But I just basically say super fan, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Because basically it
Yeah.
kind of gives up of a nice term without saying the other word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically we got fans, who are supportive to us and try to help out as much as we can. And,
Yep.
they're not always upper aces at times.
Yeah.
But the super fan, yeah, it's basically they want certain things. But, anyways, we're going to go ahead and move to the last question and then we're going to take a quick break. 5 minute
Gotcha.
break. All right.
Gotcha.
How do you stay motive?
The one thing that I stay motivated is kind of just surround myself with other people, with other like-minded people.
Mm hmm.
Where at the moment I have been streaming on and off, mainly because of time schedulings with IRL stuff. And one of the things I can only stream is I can only stream at night or when I'm home alone, as I live with family still.
Right. And that could be challenging for some streamers because basically it's a well, the main thing is it's almost like the one where we're at number 9. But
Right.
for some streamers, basically it's a challenge, honestly.
It is. For me, it's more so that I kind of just get bugged every so often, more than I
Right.
like to.
And it sucks, honestly. I felt the same way and even though let's just say my dragon sisters already know that I do this and stuff, and they say, "Oh, you can stream in the daytime." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's just you're working. I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to bug anything, and I don't want something to happen with the
Right.
computers, and because I don't want to use a lot of Wi-Fi and everything
Right,
as
right,
such."
right.
And they said that's fine. You could do this. I'm like, still, I don't want to because we got stuff to do. I have house to clean, my part of my house to clean. Because I'm living
Right.
down. Yeah, but again, they don't care what I do at the night. Because they're asleep and everything, and they don't bug me and all. So yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
For me, it's more I can't stream in the morning because that's when I'm normally busy with family in the morning.
Hmm.
Along with the other fact is since I started up classes again with the new
Right.
semester coming up, I can't even stream in I can't stream all the days now and all the evenings
Right.
because I have to study.
Which is
Which
understandable.
thankfully, yeah, which is understandable. Thankfully, right now I don't really need to study too much,
Hmm.
as since we're literally just starting out, I don't need to do a lot of anything right now. I don't
Right.
even have to do
Right.
homework yet. The only thing I have to do is this one thing for financial aid. It's where like, tell us what you expect from these classes, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, that's about it.
Yeah, but the one thing that does keep me motivated is the people in my community and the people who I met and everything. Because again, when I felt like a few times, I was like, basically, I'm gonna stop. I can't do this anymore. But the other thing as well too, I take little hiatus breaks. Sometimes I will stream like close to the end of the month or beginning of the new month and everything. I basically try to take like because for example, I streamed what November, a little bit of December, and then got done with that and took a hiatus. Came back to streaming in January, then February I take a hiatus. March, April, I start streaming again. May hiatus,
Right,
then June through August I start streaming, and then of course September take a hiatus and go back to streaming October, November, December, and part of January I may stream and half I may take a hiatus. You know,
right, right.
because
Yeah, for me, it's. No, I was just saying, it's for me. It's I don't really go on hiatuses because I still stream.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I stream like my D&D game like every other. I like I said, I try to do it every other Sunday, but I kind of just do it whenever every on
Mm-hmm.
Sundays. So I'm able to stream that at least, and I'm able to stream that. I think hopefully I'll be able to stream that this month.
Okay. But I do hope it goes well for you and smoothly. Honestly, I do.
Yeah.
All right, since we are done with those questions, we are going to go ahead and take a 5 minute break. If you guys need something to drink, something to eat, if you got to get up and stretch, use the dragon's room. We will be back shortly. And again, guys take it easy, all right?
All right.
welcome back, and I'm back as well. So I had to let my community know that you went BRB for a moment, and we
Yep.
would start until you return.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Perfect.
All right. How do you approach problem solving in your streaming career? Like if you're having scuff moments, or if
Hmm.
OBS isn't working right, or your
So
models. Yeah.
with scuff stuff, I kind of just like with scuff stuff, I just kind of make it just like, oh, here we go. There's a scuff again. Let me fix it, and then I kind of just fix it and just that's it. Simple as that.
Which is understandable.
Yeah. With issues of the of when I use my model, I
Hmm.
kind of like sort of like it depends depending on the game. I'm like, oh, okay, well, guess I can't use the model. Switching to PNG, and I just go PNG
Right.
because there's a few games like Arc Raiders or Monster Hunter Wilds that do not like me using my model.
Yeah, it depends on the computer because even if it's the buffiest, strongest computer, you may have some issues. Even same thing for the strongest internet or the
Hmm.
strongest Wi-Fi, you still
For
have
me, it's I
problems.
think yeah, for me, I think it's because I don't have enough VRAM.
Yeah, but and like somebody says, you're not a real streamer without scuff.
Yeah, that is true. That
Mm-hmm.
is indeed true.
Yeah, and if you kind of think about it, some streamers I notice have scuff all the time. It's usually on a Monday or Tuesday.
Normally, when Scuff is at its worst,
Yes. You know what? They should probably do it on a Saturday and call it Scuff Saturday.
and then watch like when they say Scuff Saturday, and then there's absolutely no Scuff at all.
All right. And of course, on Mondays, I used to name it like just some. What was that song? I think from Madonna. Just a Matic Monday or whatever.
I think it's that one.
Yeah,
I
and
remember.
I forgot how it's pronounced, but I know it was. I think it was from Madonna and such.
Yeah, it's been
It's
a
a song.
while. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a while since I heard Madonna songs.
yeah. But if anybody knows what I'm talking about, you know. But the only thing some people say, if you're having tech issues like on VR chat or games and everything, sometimes I switch to the tech problems on my part, or just say, or like another friend says, if you're dealing with scuff problems, just keep talking, just act
Yeah,
like nothing's
just
happening, don't
yeah, act
freak
like nothing
out.
happened.
Yeah, because one time I remember I was playing like Tiaria with a friend and all,
Mm.
and basically, this is funny enough, my sister's cat, Asher, came in and just shut my
Uh
computer off. I'm like, you little shit.
huh.
Yes. I'm like, you little shit. But it happens. All right. As a streamer, could you share any lessons you learned from like your failures or mistakes and everything?
So there were a few mistakes that I had in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one of them being where I kind of just got scammed for art because of artwork.
Mm,
Where I was still like naive, like, oh, it'll be fine. They'll do artwork. And I kept bugging them, like asking for updates, and then they blocked me after like a while.
yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. Thankfully, it wasn't a lot. It was just like only like $25.
Okay. But yeah,
So they
I
sent me
learned that
back.
lesson as well too. And of course, I basically, if they say, "Oh, let me show you my artwork and stuff," I usually take the image. And thanks
Mm-hmm.
to my manager here, which is Blake, of course, and
Right.
again, he is my manager and such, but he helps me out a lot. And we check the images, check it out, all that kind of stuff, and see if it's AI generated. If it is, then basically, I had this one person that was like a scammer when was like dealing with a lot and stuff, and they say, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm like, "My dog passed away." They say, "Oh, that's great news. That's wonderful to hear." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Excuse me."
that's normally a bot. That's normally a bot if it answers like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
The
we've.
trying to think. The one thing I did notice is the scammers are now starting to copy artists off of VGen and
Yep.
contacting people that those people worked with.
Oh
For
boy.
example, I recently had someone on Discord fake pretend to be my model parent
Mm-hmm.
when I was still talking with them.
Wow.
Like literally, I'm like, I was wondering about it, and like I accepted it just to mess with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kept asking them questions like, "Hey, can you tell me what was his little detail based off of, and then like things that only the real model parent would know. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was just catching them in lies and all that. It was just funny to bug them.
But yeah, for me, I base because I know some people will have like a thing on their bios and stuff, and sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, saying basically for scammers and all, say potato," and they won't say potato. Some will, some won't, and everything. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Flake's saying because they had someone message them as they were a streamer and found the real streamer and confirmed the
Yeah,
one.
no, I've had a few of them like that already. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you're not really a streamer, so I kind of just like report the account for impersonation.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, of course, we had a friend that we are helping out and such on their end. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, one person messaged me saying, "Hey, I am a VR chat creator, blah, blah." And I'm like, okay. And I asked him a question. I'm like, "What do you think of the new Discord update?" They kept talking or whatever.
Right.
And I asked another question and everything. And I'm like, "Yep, you're a bot." So basically, I posted in there. And then later we saw that they took our friend's picture, of course,
Uh-huh.
of his VR chat character and placed it as their profile picture. And I took a screenshot of that as well too, and just posted right there.
Yep.
And but yeah, and of course, Plague and I we basically reported both ends. Now there's another thing we found out as well too, because some accounts can be linked to other accounts as well too. You know.
Right.
Because basically, me and Plague we did approve this on the phone, but we called it out as like a phone problem with glitch. And you probably had this happen before in a few servers and stuff.
I
But
don't think I have yet, where because I don't think I linked my Discord account with my phone
no, 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 no,
with
no,
my
no,
phone
no,
number.
no, no,
No?
no, not linking it with phone number. But I mean, you could sign, like, you could download the app on Discord and everything, but it shows,
Oh.
yeah. But what we're trying to say is basically we had one person join and then another and another and another, and we blocked the one account, and it showed all 5 and 6 accounts were blocked on phone.
Oh, okay. Now I get what you mean.
Yeah, so we thought it was just a phone thing, and we tried it out. Plague tried it out, and it was the phone. And we tried it on a computer, and it says one person is blocked.
Mm,
So we called out that those accounts were linked together. Then the other time we discovered, and this is coming from Blake's side, he found this out. So basically, anybody who has like the profile covers you've seen people have and such, right?
right.
And there's a site that he found, and basically, for what he looked, because the bots and scammers would have the one where it says expired, and yeah, the Monopoly Go, it would say
Mm-hmm.
expired in 1900s, wasn't it, or 19 something? But yeah, it said it expired in 1972 or 1927.
Right.
Yeah, 1970s. Thank you. Yes, 1970s. So basically, that's what we called out on, and Plague and I have been doing some of the hard work together, along with other communities as well. And usually, when I get like a random friends request or a random bot message me from a certain server, I always check because I told a few people about this, and you probably could do it too. Always check the server they're in, type
Mm-hmm.
out their name of their Discord, and look to see if they posted anything or whatnot in there.
You're
And
right.
that's it. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Good advice for trying to avoid these kinds of mistakes as well, like with artwork stuff,
Mm-hmm.
is always try to talk with people. If you look for artists on Twitter, try to find them where they already have a set portfolio, where they have a link tree up set up, where they have a Kofi. Kofi is one of the big things
Oh, also don't
where
forget another thing too. Basically, if some other streamer is talking about the person who made their model, rigged their model, or did most of the artwork, that's the person you go to.
that's the person you always go to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Along with that, getting stuff off of VGen is also very trusted, as VGen has sort of a refund thing, so they
Mm-hmm.
can avoid people getting scammed.
Right.
And even then, if you do get scammed through VGen because because there's two ways you would pay through VGen, through VGen
Mm-hmm.
itself or through PayPal.
Right.
You could always get a payback with PayPal if you ever need it, along with if they try to scam you, they will get in trouble with Papa VGen, and VGen will just murk them right there and then.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
do not take kindly to
also,
scammers.
another thing is, but the other thing is what Plague is saying is true. But also there is a thing going around too where people saying, "Hey, I type this code in, blah blah whatever," or we want you to try this game and everything. No,
Yes, that's a big one. Do not trust those things.
yes, we had it happen. I had one of my friends' account got hacked and stuff, and I basically blocked and everything else because
Right.
don't want to. Yeah.
I before I was a streamer, I had my Steam account hacked like that. But thankfully, it was Steam support systems wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
They probably killed the guy that stole my account because that's the meme of Steam where they take out a lot of scammers or they take a lot of hackers out and just take them out back to the barn.
Oh yeah, basically, meaning like when they say, "Oh, I reported your account
Yes,
because."
yes, those either that or they take over one of my friend's account and they do that way.
Yeah, cause and they basically claim and saying, "Oh, you kind of bought this or stole it from me and everything." I'm like, I don't have that kind. It's like a sticker or a card or whatever on Steam,
Right, which doesn't really make much sense considering that stickers you can buy for yourself
right?
only.
And mostly, like the cards and stuff that you earn or whatever. They say, "Oh, you stole this from me," blah blah. I was like, "What did I steal from you?"
Yeah, essentially
Yeah.
they tried to trick you.
And of course, like with the game thing that people say, "Hey, I want you to try this game," blah, blah. I'm like, no,
hmm
it's a
There's also there's the random friend request that you get on Steam where I check it out and the only game they have is CS:GO.
what
I don't
is
think
it?
they're really scammers. Counter Strike.
Uh, I have that game and I played it with a few friends and stuff.
Yeah, no, what people try to get off of that is try to get people's skins.
Ah, but yeah,
Yeah. I kind of just ignore them because I never touched CS:GO, so I don't have any skins to begin with.
I don't have any skins either. I mostly just played in there with a few friends because they played it and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try, and that's
Yeah.
mostly it.
Yeah, it's not my it's not my kind of game.
Yeah, but again, I gave it a try. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you handle negative feedback of some people?
Honestly, if I can, I kind of just ignore it and I don't let it get to me. And
Right.
normally ignoring it kind of just fixes itself as it gets buried underneath everything else.
Sometimes. And you
Yeah,
remember when I
sometimes.
said that super fan or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, because basically when you try to ignore it and stuff, you're thinking, okay, they're gone. They probably changed it. And then, of course, basically the super fan of mine basically added me as a friend again and such because they just messaged me on here. And they said,
hmm
oh, my account was hacked, blah, blah, blah. And basically I'm like, uh-huh. Because, again, then later he started calling me some names. Not bad names, but different
Like
type of names. But, again, I
like
will.
names that are like romantic in nature, I'm
Yes.
assuming.
Yes. And let's just say at the time they started doing this when they were 17 and then later turned
Blech,
18, almost 19.
blech.
And and when I was in a relationship and I told them, "Hey, I'm talking to my partner," it's just, I just was not feeling it with this one person because we didn't have that connection, we didn't have the spark and such.
Right.
And again, the person I dated way before I met my other ex and Plague, and this is true, but they were like they were 25 years old and I was 30, well, not 30, but basically about 320 years old at the time or 333.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And basically they were still of age. They were still of age. The other person was 25, almost 26. Again, still of age in my age
hmm
range. But this one special super fan basically, well, he basically said, "I'm next in line." I'm like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm next in line." No, no,
There's
no.
no such thing as a line for that.
Yeah. And me and a few of my friends went and did some deep research. I had receipts, I had everything, and I even talked to one of the person. I think they're in the Drago Council and all. I don't know, but we talked about it. Basically, I didn't mention names except that one person and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and I got people's point of views. They didn't know about it, and they saw it happen before in the past. And again, we had another person that explained it, and so I basically try to protect, and he mostly went after females who were like in their 30s, 40s, maybe 50s. Ugh.
Did he just like older women?
Yes. And of course, he always mistake people with their kindness as saying, oh, I'm flirting with. No, no.
Yeah. If anything, if you see it happen again with someone else, I would say try to talk to someone in the leader council to sort of like set up because there's a channel in the Dragon Council called Dragon's Bane,
Mm-hmm.
which talks about all the problematic people, like people that are let me double check what kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um essentially a recent summary, like the type of offense, gossip, mischief makers, harassments, harassers, preds, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah. I basically just try to keep an eye out with my community and my friends' community and other people as well. Because when I had stuff happen to me like this, I basically warn other people about it too. And again, like I said, this special super fan was going after, you know, again, like elderly women and such. And I've been warning half of my friends who are females. I've been warning half of the guys who are taken and who have female friends who are streamers or their girlfriends or partners are streamers, all that kind of stuff. I just try to help out, keep an eye out. And of course, if again, and then the other part is like if a bot joins in, I always check, like I said, I check their servers, see what they're in, and then later on, if they don't post anything, they just join and stuff, and I keep an eye on them. And if they
Right.
message me saying, "Hey, I'm an artist," blah blah blah, and I ask them a few questions, I get the receipts, I get their bios, and send it to like one of the mods or someone I'm friends with in the community and be like, "Hey, you got a bot in here. I checked, they didn't post anything in there. They joined my group, and then they randomly message me saying this and everything. I send them the
Hmm.
receipts and stuff."
Gotcha.
And it's always good to have screenshots, like the receipts and everything.
Exactly.
hmm So and again, when I was young and uh, in the past, I did some oops and stuff. But anyways, I learned my
Yeah.
lesson, and of course, one of my mods here tried to click
Hmm.
on this one link of the game, and I message hit them say, "Don't click on that. Do not click on that. Do not click on that. Get rid of it. If you ever download it, get rid of it right now." So they got rid of it, and they said, "What's up?" I was like, "That is a hack. That is a virus right there."
That is a malware.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I try to keep an eye out with my community and other communities I'm in. I just mostly be lurking in the background like a shadow for some communities. Sometimes I'll talk, sometimes I won't. I just, like I said, keep an eye on a few things.
Gotcha.
hmm
Gotcha.
All right. Here's the next question: who motivates you to keep pushing forward in your streaming career?
That would go to, like I said earlier, like with my the people that inspired me, my Kamiyoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Seeing her stream continuously, and like seeing how she got partnered with Twitch not so long ago, kind of
Mm-hmm.
motivates me to like
hmm
kind of not to so much reach her level, but sort of like just keep going and keep streaming, even if it's just for myself or just to hang out with friends,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
And probably build your own community and
And build my
everything.
own, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously build my own community and all that.
Right. And it's like they're basically your how do I word this? Basically they're kind of your own personal cheerleader. You've been theirs and they're cheering on for you because they're
Yeah,
proud of you, how forward you have gotten and stuff. But yeah.
yeah, give or
And
take, yeah.
and like I said, there is one streamer. I'm gonna say this if Blake should I? Because you know who I'm talking about. If he says anything, then I will say it. Because he knows who I'm talking about. But again, like I said, I bet this certain streamer and such back in December, like I said, 2022. All right, but yeah,
Yes, I go ahead.
yeah, okay. So yeah, his name is Elia Kalua. If I butcher his last name wrong, I do apologize. But he used to be a mixture of a human and dragon, white hair
Okay.
and everything. But basically, in easiest terms, basically, he's the one who got me back into streaming. He was the one who got me back into streaming. And of course, when he first met me, I was this shy, generous, nervous person and everything. But then later, I kept going forward. I changed a lot because I've been changing, and since I got in the environment I was,
Right.
Basically, he's kind of like my Oshi. Some people have those Oshis or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Right.
yeah. But for me, he's kind of like that, but except he's my good friend.
Right. Right. Right.
Because basically, he helped me through of learning some tricks and sleeves for being a streamer. And a few times when I had to dealt with a certain chaotic being when I was streaming at the time and I had to switch over to AFK, again, I didn't want my community to hear what was going on. I didn't want to say the wrong things, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Right. So basically, he said, yeah, for streamers like us, we sometimes do need to grow a backbone and everything. But again, basically, he had us to be there for him, and he's been there for me a few times and everything. But again, he helped me out, and he said, well, technically, he helped me brought my character in by, saying how cute and adorable she is. Well, she is not. But anyways, if you guys want to go check him out, he is a great being. He is. And Blake, if you want to, go ahead and give him a shout out, please. But yeah, and basically, this guy here, he would take his shirt off his back just to be supportive, try to help you out with things. And he is a composer. Basically, he makes music, he plays the flute, he sings now. And he is really amazing. And he is an amazing sweet being, honestly. He is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he's a hard worker too. And technically, like I said, he used to be a human dragonoid, but then he moved from that into full on dragon.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and thank you, Plague, for the shout out.
Oh, let me check them out.
Ta-da.
Oh, again, they
Perfect.
make wonderful music, and when they get scared, it makes me laugh.
Damn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, congratulations, you got me. Hope you're happy. Hope it was worth it.
But yeah. See what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah.
Plague's a witness for this, and I scared him a few times. He scared me a few times. Everything. Again, we just laugh, have fun, and uh. But yeah. Again, guys, go
Gotcha.
check him out. He is a sweet bean and everything. But yeah, for your Oshi, if you want Plague to shout him out, he will for you. All you have to do is
Uh,
just type the name.
let me DM it to you, and that way you can DM it to Plague.
All right.
Is that? Did you change your name actually? Let me double check.
While
I
you're
don't
doing
remember if
that,
you.
I will go ahead and ask another question.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
she did take out the last part. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Blake, if you're here, I am gonna DM you the name, and if you're able to, can you please give them a shout out? And thank you. But yeah, basically with some people who help them push them forward and everything, basically I give them shout outs.
Gotcha.
Oh, she looks so cute and adorable.
Mm-hmm. She's currently working on her getting her 3.0 model worked on.
Ooh.
Is it 3.0 or 2.0? I don't remember which one. I think it's her 3.0.
Ah. But yeah. And even though I know the screen's small and all, but it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people could look through it with a computer and stuff, but again, I don't want it to
Mm-hmm.
cover up our faces.
Yeah, yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Yeah, but anyways, what do you call your community?
So I kind of have two names in my mind for it. I either
Oh,
call them alchemists or I call them guild members. I've been more leaning towards guild members, as in like the sort of like the idea of an alchemist guild
mm-hmm.
and all that. So that's kind of like what I've been leaning towards, especially with my the way my alerts are. Like, it's like I have like vocal. I made my own personal voice line alerts,
Mm-hmm.
where it's saying like, "Hey, thanks for joining the guild," or "Thanks for guild membership," and all that. That's what I call the subscribers.
Ah.
Like the followers are like people that visit the guild, and
Mm-hmm.
then the people that are part of the guild are the guild. or the subscribers.
What if you combine the names? Because in the past we had one certain ex community member.
Mm.
Because in the past I used to call mine Adventures and Warriors, but now we call them the Crusaderian Warriors.
Okay, I might
Hmm.
combine them in the future. It's still up in the air, anyways.
Yeah, and you said what were the names?
It was guild members or alchemists. I might just stick with guild members, honestly.
Or you can make it like the Alchemist Guild members, or
Probably.
Guild Alchemist members,
Yeah, something like that.
or Guild Alchemists. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
mix it up and see what catches your eye and what gives like rolls off the tongue, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. All right. We already talked about what is your approaching and setting goals, right? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We kind of technically did
Yeah.
with how with the advice.
Right. All right. Have you ever stayed organized before, or just go with the flow? You know.
So there was at one point where I did try to stay organized, but I was like, I was either late because of family, I either couldn't do it on time at all because of family. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. We're just gonna make everything go with the flow, and it's been working out for me ever since.
Okay. Okay.
There are ones where I do. There's times where I do announce like big collabs, mainly like the ones with the Dragon Council or just like a big group of like a big group of people where I announce it like a few days early. For example, there's something that I want to get together for
Mm-hmm.
like just a little stream for Clover Pit.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially just a roguelike slots,
Okay.
and a big part of it also has Twitch integration
Hmm.
where people can either make it worse for me, make things better for me, or just I think one of the things is like outright kill me,
Mm.
like just drop
Right.
me down the pit.
Right. And I know that feeling because I try to go with the flow, but it's like, it didn't work out with me. So I'm like, I'm gonna organize, and basically this will help you out too. Trust me, you need a
Yeah,
manager, because basically
yeah,
after our first or second year, that's when you start noticing like, okay, I got this coming up, I got this coming up. And if you plan like to do a certain collab with a certain friend, or you're thinking about taking a hiatus break, you're like, oh shit, I forgot I got a collab with XYZ or ABC,
yeah, yeah,
whichever.
yeah, yeah. So
Because,
what I do plan is like I do plan on trying to get more organized once
mm-hmm,
I'm able to get my own place.
right,
Like after I graduate after I graduate classes and get a job.
mm-hmm,
Because I'm not doing streaming full time. I do this part time.
right. And some people consider this as a job, but for me, I just consider it as like something to come to, relax, just talk to you guys, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know you're getting tired. We're almost there.
No, I'm just tired because like fucking low sugar. I have something to eat here. Hold on, I got some fucking chocolate mushrooms somewhere.
uh,
Right,
but
there, there.
but yeah, like I said, if you get out of the place you're at and get a job and everything, but also I was gonna say is probably after, I would say close to about 3 years or 4 years for right
Yeah,
now.
I would probably get a manager like after I've been streaming for maybe 3 years, 2 years
Yeah,
maybe.
2 or 3 years. But I
'Cause I
would
kind of have
suggest, and this is, I'm just suggesting this. I would
yeah,
suggest it would be someone that you know very well,
yeah,
someone
yeah,
you're close to, and someone you trust.
yeah. I do kind of have someone in mind,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is, they both have ADHD. I think they either have ADHD or ADHD. I think they have ADHD, if I remember
Probably
correctly.
both.
Probably both, or one or the other. I think
Yeah,
no. What I think it is, one has one, the other has the other.
who knows? But again, you'll have to talk to them, see if they could take it. Ask them.
Yeah, I might ask them down the line if
Yeah.
they would be willing to do that
Mm-hmm.
because the one friend that I have that used to be a streamer, I
Mm-hmm.
did ask them if they would like to sort of just be a clipper for my channel, essentially
Right.
like scrub through VODs whenever they can, whenever they feel like it. and
Mm-hmm.
just clip anything they find funny.
Yeah. That's what I
That
need
way
to do
it's
with Plague
easier,
here. I need to find a clipper.
which is easier for me because I used to have an issue with my hearing my own voice,
Right.
but after scrubbing through VODs so much and trying to get clips, I kind of got used to my voice more.
Mm-hmm. Because as a streamer, it's basically with your voice. Some people find it irritating or annoying, everything, but and that's what some streamers would think how their voices and stuff. But it just takes a lot of practice to get used to it, and plus
Hmm.
trying to get to the comfort level of your own voice. Because and some people will say this because usually when you're hanging out with friends on VR chat or just Discord calls or on phone, whatever, they're
Yeah,
using their normal voice. And some people, when they go on stream, and a friend does say this, some people have a streamer voice, because
yeah,
basically it's kind of hidden with their, it makes you have their real voice and everything. But again, some people don't know the difference because when they hear the streamer voice, they're thinking, oh, this is what they really sound like, blah, 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 and everything. And then
yeah.
later, when they hear their regular voice, it's like, uh,
Who are you?
who? Yeah, that's what happened last time when I was helping a friend out. I basically said, hi, and welcome to such and such. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Well, basically, it says, hello and welcome to such and such. Hope you enjoy your stay here and have a lovely time. And then they came up saying, okay, you're not the chai I know. You are not the chai I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was so
I know
funny
what
and
you mean.
hilarious. Yeah. But,
The For me though is like thankfully I don't have that streamer voice.
oh, you'll get it, dude. Trust me.
I'll get it eventually. I don't doubt
Hmm.
it. I will eventually get it.
Yeah. And here's the thing when we talked in VC before and everything, you noticed how different my voice was, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now, you can notice my streamer voice, couldn't you?
Yep.
Hmm. But yeah, when we're done talking and streaming and everything, and you notice how my voice is different. Even my community couldn't know the difference in my voice. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I would say
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. And we already talked about future projects coming up, didn't we?
Yeah, with the I had a future project with the one for December.
Right.
There is that little side project that I have working on my own with Firebot,
Ooh.
where I'm trying to, like I said earlier, like off
Yeah.
where I'm like trying to make it so I can get off of stream elements,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to figure out if I can make a chat using that or if I have to use sound alerts
Right.
and make a
Right.
chat using sound alerts.
Who knows? And I
Who
hope it
knows?
goes
Yeah.
well for you, dude. And some people say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you need to make what was it that they say? Like I have an alt account, and some people say,
Mhm.
turn this into a bot, turn this into a bot. It's called the emergency food source as a joke or whatever,
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. And they
And
turn into a bot, like, and then have it like do like little jokes
mhm,
or like answer to command to certain commands and all that.
right, right. But I'll have to see what it does down the road. At first and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. What do you think of working with another streamer or a big group of streamers? Like with another streamer, it's like one on one or just
Yeah.
two people you're used to.
So for that, I am all for it, as that is a good way to sort of expand your community or
Mm-hmm.
try to get new people from different communities and get different intake from other people. Because
Right,
sometimes
right.
it's nice to get that kind of intake.
Mm-hmm.
It is especially helpful right now as well with the Dragon Council,
Mm-hmm.
where I have been. It's not so much more I've been expanding my own community. It's more
Right.
so that I've been learning also from them on how normally they stream, how long they stream for, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes the time as well too, because some people
Right.
are like
They
two,
have,
three, or a lot of hours ahead of us, or a few hours behind us. It's like you got to work with the time, or sometimes it's the daytime where they are, and nighttime for us, or first
yeah,
first for us. You know.
right. For
Mm-hmm.
example, there's the one I was talking with someone called Chi in the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to set up a collab with them, and we kind of have a sort of a time to set up on. But it is hard to work with it because of time periods. Because
Right.
I'm not gonna reveal her time zone, because it is a big difference though.
Right. But
I
I
will say
get
that
what
much.
you're saying, and it can be a challenge and such because you got to work. Because if you have a day off on a certain day and everything, then it's like, oh, wait, they work tomorrow. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, you got to find that meeting point and such, You just got to find it.
Right.
Right. Okay, last question, and then we are gonna go ahead and read out to somebody
Mm-hmm.
and all, but this is the final last question I've been saving, and I ask people this, and which is true. Do you plan on streaming more in the near future?
I do plan on streaming more in the future.
Mm-hmm.
For like I said earlier, I once I start my own place, that's probably when I'll be able to stream a lot more often, along with
Right.
having the ability to maybe do a subathon,
Okay. Okay.
because that's one of my goals that I want to do in the future is um either do a subathon, do a donathon, or do like just a big old 24-hour stream.
Right. Right.
It's hard to do that because of your own time, your own scheduling,
That
that
is
kind of
true.
stuff.
That is true. And of course, people like saying, "Why do you ask this question?" And all. Here's the thing. Because some streamers say, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a quick hiatus break," or "I am thinking about quitting streaming," or they say,
Hmm.
"Oh, That's why I always save that question last because
Right.
again, you don't know. They're probably gonna be like, "Oh, I am gonna change my name, but I'll still be streaming and everything." It's just you don't know what's gonna happen.
The one thing I notice though sometimes those hiatuses turn
Or graduation as well,
into
and
graduations.
yeah, and some people don't like graduations. Eh,
No, they do not. They don't like the black text on white background.
right, right, right. And it's just mostly it's just people say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go graduate and stuff," but if they have a reason why they're graduating, because of real life situation,
Hmm.
uh relationship problems, family ordeal, or they basically want to move on and live a happy life. Again, I understand that stuff, but if it's something stupid, ridiculous, or whatever, no, that's a no. you
Right.
know mm-hmm. But yeah, and again, thank you, Alchemist, for joining the Quest of the Light Talk show. I appreciate you joining and everything.
Of course. Thank you for having me here.
Anytime, anytime. But again, we do this once a month. I talk to other streamers and
Right.
see if they're interested, and if they are, then I put them down with a certain name, like a certain month and everything, and we talk
Right.
about it
Right.
later on. Yeah, close to the end of the month. But before I forget, here are my socials as well. You're more than welcome to join the Safe Haven Christian, which is a new one. Thank God for my friends for helping me with this. And I'm talking about you, Plague. And yes, I am going to give you a shout out as well, too, because this sweet bean does an amazing job. If I could go back up and look for his name. Aha.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead and check out this handsome boyo right here. But yes. But yes, go ahead and check him out. He is a sweet, kind hearted, funny comedian. Dad
What
joking
the
type of
fuck?
guy.
What the fuck? Ah!
But
Was that
yeah,
Helldivers 2? That is Helldivers 2.
yes.
Can you take me higher to a place where blind men?
And
He's
also,
dead. He's
if
dead.
you
He's
do
dead.
watch his stream and everything,
You at
be
least.
sure to call him handsome. But yeah, and he's gonna so murder me later on. And also, again, thank you for joining me, Alchemist and such.
Of course. It was fun.
It was fun. I am typing out your name real quick so my community can give you a follow. If I spelled it right. There
Yep.
we go. But yeah, guys, if you want to go check out the sweet bean right here, go ahead. Did I spell your name right?
Yeah, you did. That's the right name.
Ready to
I think that's the right name.
grab.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, huh?
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, it is. Oh, hey, I remember this
Huh?
clip. We were playing. I was playing Brendan Fred with my Kami Yoshi, and we kind of just got frozen.
Aw.
This was the dreaded Vroid model.
It's fine. It's fine.
I've had a lot of people say like, "Hey, is that you? Are you supposed to be Harry Potter?" Like, I see it. Alright.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and rate out. Don't forget to copy this link, guys. And again, those are my socials. You're more than welcome to, follow me on TikTok. Well, I don't have it on there, but if you want to see some funny videos, funny clips, I know I
Yeah,
don't
of
post
course.
the whole videos and all, but mostly they'll be right
Yeah.
there. Parts of
Yeah.
it I find funny and such.
Right.
And of
All right.
course, if VR chat is free to play, free to download, and again, you can keep up to date on Blue Skies. But
Yep.
as always, my dear friends, so next time we'll continue our story, and may the light be with you. Goodbye.
Bye bye.